Hello everybody, I think I am live here. Sweet, yes I am, here we go. Sweet. All right, pop up the chat. Hi everyone, happy Wednesday, happy Heather's Happy Hour. Thank you for joining me today. As usual, I'll just get set up here. Oh, this quality right now, what is happening here? Why is my quality so terrible? I don't know. Hi, Sloth King, what's up? Hi, everybody tuning in, hi. All right, so we're just gonna jump right in. I know some of you guys are going to trickle in, but I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. So today, well, if you don't know who I am, first of all, hello, my name is Heather. I am a vlogger, digital content creator, and entrepreneur. And I have a weekly live show every Wednesday at 6 p.m. called Heather's Happy Hour, where I talk about entrepreneurship, personal branding, social media marketing, and digital media. So I always take questions. So if you have any questions about any of that stuff, feel free to just jump in the chat here. Hi, Juan. Hi, Aerosmith Joe. Hello. But today's topic, I'm going to be focusing on creating a passive income through Teachable. And I'm really excited to tell you guys about this because, as you know, I'm documenting my entrepreneurial journey through vlogs on this YouTube channel. And this is kind of an opportunity for you to kind of create a passive income at the same time I do and like right alongside me. Okay, so some of you guys know I already created an online school for Sharespark Media, which is the business and the company that I started. And the only class that I have on there is online personal branding for teens. But I want to create another course that's specifically about building a personal brand using video, because that's what I'm doing. And people constantly ask me like, oh, how do you do this? How do you do that? So I was like, I'm just going to make a course, because if someone's asking me this question, there's someone else who has the same question out there. So that's why it's really cool, because I'm basically going to walk you through the entire process from start to finish. So if you've ever had any kind of inclination to, create an online school, or even if you haven't, like consider it, because I mean, a lot of you guys might be thinking like, why would I do that? What would I teach? Who am I to teach something? Like all of that, that's what we're gonna be talking about today. But just to give you a sneak peek of the episode today, any of you, all of you can teach an online course. Like it sounds really like official, especially if I don't know, if you've never thought about teaching before, it sounds kind of intimidating, but no, seriously, like all of you guys can do it. And I'm going to be creating tutorials and doing more like videos on how exactly you can build your school, even if you have like nothing, like even if you have no audience. Just like me, my Sharespark newsletter mailing list only has about, I don't know, maybe like 60 people on it. So that's really nothing in the grand scheme of things. So I'm going to show you exactly what I do, okay? So let me just peek in this chat here. Hello. Hi, Luis. Hi, Jimmy. Sweet. Okay. So I know that this topic is kind of very, very specific, but, I want to help you guys out too. And if I'm already doing this and I can help you kind of just jump on board, I would be so excited if one of you actually starts and creates a school. That would be like my dream come true. So first of all, let's get into it. Why an online course? So to me, you guys know I'm passionate about digital media and digital literacy, right? And from my understanding of the landscape of digital media, there are more and more people getting their information and learning new skills from the internet. And I think it's going to be, like, it already is a legitimate thing where you can get your degrees and take classes and courses and webinars and stuff like that all online. But I think that you don't like anyone can share their passion, anyone can share their hobby, anyone can share a skill, their perspective, their experience, whatever it is, through teaching an online course. And it honestly wasn't something that I ever thought about. I'm not even sure like what gave me the idea to do it. I think because when I began my entrepreneurial journey, I kept taking online courses myself, like to help me understand like how to do YouTube and how to do social media marketing and how to use, some of the web-based tools and platforms and apps that I use. And I was like, a lot of the content that they're teaching is stuff that I can also teach. So, or it's not like stuff that I can also teach, but it's stuff that I know. So what's the difference between like me and someone else, Hi, Jesse. Hi, David. Great. So the first thing that I want to say is like, what would you teach? Okay, so before we even like get into how and what and all of that, let's talk about like, what can you teach? So think about whatever it is that you spend a lot of time on. It might be work, right? So it might be a skill at work. In my case, social media marketing or vlogging or video or let's see, what else? I take photos. I could do stuff about apps. I'm just trying to think back to my career. Oh, I also started a nonprofit organization, so I can talk about that. But it doesn't have to be like this professional work sounding thing. It can totally be about your hobby, right? So if you like skateboarding, if you like photography, if you like cooking, if you like fixing cars, or I don't know, tell me how you guys spend your time. Hi, Toya. Just think about your hobbies, like whatever it is, like volleyball, I don't know, anything to like, or maybe you have a skill set like sales, public speaking, meditation, whatever, like anything that you are passionate about and you have, you could teach someone in real life, right? So say I met you in real life. What would you tell me that you do, right? So I tell you guys all the time, hi, my name is Heather. I'm a vlogger, creator, entrepreneur, blah, 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 right? What would your introduction be to me? Okay, and maybe you say, hi, my name is this, and this is what I do for work. But if you have some other thing that you're passionate about in life, like even I don't know, how to be a great parent even, or how to, I don't know, meet new people or find a new hobby, whatever it is. Think about like what you would tell me and what you would teach me, okay? Because I know that you guys are watching me because you're learning something from me, but I honestly truly believe that every human being can teach someone else about something, right? I don't know everything. And so I want you to think like, what can I ask you about? That's what you can create a course on. And actually, the platform that I use is called Teachable. So I'll get into the details and the nitty-gritty of all of that in a second. But I wanted to share with you that the person that I learned how to use the Teachable platform from actually started out by creating a course about how to renovate an RV trailer. Like that was her course. And now she's making 6 figures every month, literally every month. That's not year, that's month, on 3 online courses. And that is it. So what's great about Teachable, and I think any other online platform really, or online school, is that if you figure out how to do it, it could all be completely automated, where you wouldn't even have to you don't have to check up on it. It's just like people they enroll in your school, they go through the course. If they have a question, they email you, but otherwise that's it. Like it's like completely passive income. So yes, it's passive, but there is, an implementation process. So obviously you have to create the course, and you do have to market it. Like people have to know about it in order to enroll. But seriously, all you have to do is do that once. And if you get enough students in it, they'll sing your praises for you. They'll do your marketing for you. And depending you could, You could do it like this girl named Mariah. She's 25 years old. Like it's incredible. I can't believe that she's able to be so successful using this platform. It's just crazy. Like to me, not only is that, you know, an RV trailer, that's her course. It's like, wow, there are people who are seriously coming to the internet to learn anything. Like it's not just, you know, whatever you learned in school. It's really just like even a hobby. So thank you, Toya. Yes, I hit 2,000 subscribers. Just a side note going off of that, I don't know what the heck happened to YouTube. Casey Neistat tweeted something, but he lost millions of YouTube views, I think like 2 days ago, and I lost 20,000 views. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. And it really bums me out because I was, you know, more so than subscribers, I was really excited to hit 100,000 views, and now I'm like, I was at 95,000, and then now I'm back at 75. So it really bums me out, but that's okay. It's fine. A YouTube live screening. James. Okay, so yes, think about, what was I saying? Let's see. Oh gosh. I totally like lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so it just makes me really excited that this girl named Mariah, who's only 25 years old, is able to be like so, like not only financially successful, making 6 figures a month, and that's not even a joke. Like she logged in and showed us through the webinar, so that's like legit. And she doesn't she doesn't have to do anything. Like it's all automated. But she's also teaching, like she's doing something that she loves, you know, and that's digital literacy to me. Like it's the fact that digital media enables us to really just be who we are, and that is enough to sell. You know, it really is. Just like you guys are resonating with my vlog channel, I'm just being who I am, you know? So anyway, let's see. So yeah, once you think about what you want to teach, let me give you other examples of what I've seen. There's another school that uses the same platform that teaches, I think it's like intro to card tricks, or like amateur card tricks. They're making, I can't remember what the timeline was, but they made like well over $1 million off of the course. That's it. And I've seen a ton of other ones. Apparently, Teachable's most popular subject is like meditation and wellness. So like, you know, if you have something that's not that, you're already going to stick out on the platform in a good way. So I don't know, even think about the skills that you learn at work. You know, people, like you could easily connect with other people that are in your profession looking to develop their skills, and you could share your experience with them. Like people are willing to pay for this stuff. Businesses are willing to pay for this stuff. Like they consider this an investment. So anyway, I can go on and on about it, but like I said, starting today, moving forward, you're going to see a lot more of me talking about how I'm building my online school, so that you guys you should be able to start today and just like follow me and do it yourself as well. So yeah, let's see. So for me, like I said, the course that I want to build is how to build a personal brand using video. And so it's going to be a combination of like how to vlog, how to do YouTube, and also just like marketing in general and how to build an audience online. You know, for you, whatever your subject is that you might be thinking about creating a course on, you just want to think, like, you know, honestly, sorry, I just had this thought. One of you guys could create a course on like how to be a Postmate. Like just look at the video that I made about how to be a Postmate, or whatever it was, 10 tips on Postmates. Like people would be willing to pay for that. If you get enough people to pay $10, you know, they'll take your class, man. Like seriously, actually I should probably do that. But anyway, let's see. So, you know, the breadth of your class obviously is something that you want to think about. So for my video class, I could easily make it like a huge thing. Like I could easily create a course that has several lectures and chapters in it, because there's so many aspects as to like how to get to where I am. And also, like, I want to keep in mind like who my target audience is, and a lot of the people that I'm probably going to be targeting are going to want to make money using video. They're probably not necessarily just vloggers, but it's going to be people who have a personal brand or want to build a personal brand. So that, personal branding right there is a whole like chapter in itself. Like, I haven't even gotten into video yet. So basically, what I'm going to do is outline like my topics. And then Teachable, the way that I'm going to show you what the platform looks like. Teachable, it is such an easy platform to use. Like, everything is so intuitive. It's just, there's honestly, like, I know I am very digital media savvy, but honestly, if you're not, I think it would be easy to figure out, honestly. Everything is just like, there's not a lot of fancy like features. I think that, more advanced people might see that as the negative part about Teachable, is that it isn't as customizable as other platforms, I guess. But to me, like, that's what I need. I don't want to have to like learn all these like complicated things. It's so easy to just like, you can like, I create videos and I just click upload, boom, it's there. And the way that you teach your course or you teach your material can be completely up to you. So you could do it by having a video for each topic, or you can just do like a PowerPoint presentation, or you can do an audio file. You could do PDFs that your students download, worksheets, whatever. Like, it, you're the teacher, you're the school, so you get to decide how people learn. And that's another cool thing about this online course, is that, like, my online personal branding class for teens is like so cool. Like, I'm so proud of it, because like, it's like, I wish I had that class when I was in high school. That was the lens that I kept as I was creating it, because I was like, teenagers are going to tune out if they don't think it's cool. But I know a lot of teenagers are on YouTube. And so I wanted to make sure that it was, I just kept my audience in mind. So that's another thing you want to keep in mind, is like, who is your audience? Okay, so once you do that, let's see. I'll start talking about Teachable specifically. So there's other platforms you may have heard of. Udemy, I think is how you say it. Udemy. There's also, I think, like lynda.com. There's a ton of online school platforms. I haven't explored the other platforms, honestly, and I can't even remember how I heard about Teachable. But how I heard about Teachable, I mean, the reason why I love Teachable is that it doesn't have a marketplace, which means that, I was originally going to create a class on social media marketing, and I feel like everyone has a class on social media marketing. And the way that Udemy works is that you go onto udemy.com, and then you could search for courses based on a subject. And I didn't want to have my course compete with the other courses that have already been created, because I'm sure that there are already other existing courses that are, they have thousands of reviews, 5 stars, and I'm just like a newbie. So, I felt like it would be hard to compete, or even like the price point, right? Like, pricing your classes is something like even I'm struggling with, but like, I didn't want to have to compete with like a $25 class versus like a $500 class or something like that, So Teachable, there is no marketplace. That could be a good thing, that could be a bad thing, depending on, what you're looking for and what your goals are. But for me, that's awesome, because now I'm not competing with anyone. People don't know, like, there's no way to learn what other Teachable courses there are by going to my school, right? So if you go to hub.sharesparkmedia.com, I'll type it out in the comments, hub.sharesparkmedia.com, that's the school, that's my school. So you'll find the online personal branding class on there. And seriously, like, I would say it can take an hour maximum to set up a school. Like, it is so easy, unbelievably easy. The hard part is like figuring out the content, of course. But I just love how easy of a platform it is to use. So again, because there's no marketplace, you have to do the marketing on your own. So you're not having to compete with anyone else on the platform, but you are also responsible for promoting your course however you would do that, right? So for me, the way that I'm going to do it, I haven't come up with a full-on strategy yet, but just to brainstorm ideas with you guys. Obviously, I'm going to talk about it on my YouTube vlogs, on my Instagram, Twitter, also Sharespark Media, so my email newsletter list of only 60 people, but I'm hoping to grow that. Sharespark Media also has a Facebook page, so, and then also in person, I plan to do a lot of networking and probably teach like free intro classes. And it's like, oh, if you want to learn more, check out my online school, and then you could, use this for a discount or something. So that's kind of just like the preliminary strategy in my head that I plan to promote my course. And everything I do, every step I take, and every thing I decide, I plan to document so that, again, you guys could also do it yourself, okay? Okay, I'm just gonna pause right here and peek in the comments just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Maybe I'll set up a Postmates course. I love the way you think outside the box. Yeah, so actually I don't ever use Postmates. I very rarely use Postmates as a customer. Very rarely. I love to cook, so I always have food, and usually anything that you Postmates is like unhealthy. So I'm just, I don't Postmates very often, but I Postmated for the first time yesterday in like weeks because I had a huge craving for cereal and I needed milk. So I used Postmates to order milk, and the Postmate that delivered my milk was the best Postmate I've ever had. And, there probably wasn't anything extraordinary about what he did, but every Postmate I've had before that messed up in some way, so he was just like perfect. I mean, first of all, I ordered milk, right? So he called me when he got to the grocery store and asked me what brand I wanted, if I had a preference, which I really appreciated. And I actually purposely didn't put a brand because I wanted to see if he would call me. The last time I had done Postmates, I also ordered milk, and the person ended up getting me lactose milk, which I was not happy about because, you guys know, they taste completely different. So yeah, I was not happy about that. But so he called me to check into the order, and then when he came to my door, he was very polite. He asked me how I was, and he wished me good night, gave me the receipt, gave me the milk, and everything was just perfect. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot of effort, but I was like, oh my god, if every Postmate was like you, it would be a very enjoyable experience every time. But unfortunately, every other time before this, it's like the Postmates just they've messed up somehow, and it's been really annoying. Anyway, okay, so that's my rant. Also, I forgot to make some announcements at the beginning of this. So for Heather's Happy Hour, moving forward, I'm going to try to limit it to 45 minutes. So from 6 to 6:45. I know I've gone on for like an hour, and even there was one time where I went on for 2 hours, but I don't know. I'm going to try this strategy to just make it 45 minutes and see what happens. I'm hoping that, I don't know, I think it'll change the dynamic a little bit, but I'm not really sure how, which is why I'm just going to experiment. So I'm going to end the stream at 6:45 sharp, unless I run out of stuff to talk about, which I doubt will happen. Let's see. The other thing is, if you didn't see my vlog from yesterday, my mentor Sid is going to be a special guest on the next episode of Heather's Happy Hour. So next Wednesday at 6 p.m. And we're going to be talking about how you can find a mentor. So having a mentor has been one of the best decisions I've made on my entrepreneurial journey. It's just so nice to have someone to bounce ideas off of, check in with. He keeps me accountable, and then he also has the years of experience to be able to say to chime in on what's worked, what hasn't worked, give me advice and guidance and stuff like that. And what I really like about Sid is that, I don't know, I feel like there's no judgment, which to me was really important because it's like, you know, it's hard for me. That's why I can't like go to my parents, for example, because, you know, they are personally invested in a way that like Sid isn't. So whatever advice I get from my parents is going to be like biased, right? And then if Sid gives me advice and I decide to go another way, he doesn't spite me for that, which I really appreciate. And I think he's also, you know, very interested in how things turn out for me, because I think that's just like market research for him, and you know, he's learning from my experience as well. So mentoring is just so important. I think the reason why I believe in it so much is because I've always been a mentor. Like even in high school, I volunteered my whole life. Like ever since I was probably in 6th grade, I've been volunteering. And as soon as I could, I became a mentor at the YMCA to mentor middle school kids. And so I've always like, I don't know, I've always had that like big sister, I've always been that big sister figure, I think. And for most of my career, I've worked with teenagers. And, you know, I've seen, like, they've told me how much of an impact I've made on them. It's very empowering for me. And so I knew for sure that I needed a mentor for my entrepreneurial journey. So anyway, tune in next week. Come with your questions. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Check out yesterday's video, and I'll make sure that Sid gets them. All right, back to the regularly scheduled program of the online course and Postmates. Jesus. Teachable. Let's see. Glad you did that with the milk. Yes. Lactose milk. Heck no. Yes, seriously, like lactose milk. I was eating my cereal and I was like, why does this taste so weird? And I thought that like the milk had turned, but no, it was just like lactose milk. Yeah, so that Postmate, I left him a very glowing review. It was like several sentences and 5 stars. I tipped him $3 because I get a ton of free deliveries because a lot of people use my Postmates code. So, you know, I just used the service fee as his tip, and he totally deserved it. So anyway, all right, back to Teachable. So I want to show you guys a little bit about what the platform looks like. Jesus, what's happening here? Okay, so I'm going to share my screen with you just to show you what the inside looks like as a student. And then hopefully that'll give you some insight as to like, wow, this is something that I can do, right? And then hopefully you'll build a school about something. So the thing is, and I'm gonna need your help with this, the last time I tried to screen share, my mic turned off. So when I share my screen, could you let me know whether you can still hear me or not? Because if not, then I'll just switch back and there, that's that. So, okay, here we go. Ready, and boom. All right, welcome. Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here. All right, so I tried to like give you a little sneak peek because I could see that you guys couldn't hear me anymore. Crickets. Sorry about that. How annoying. I think Google Hangouts. Well, you know what? Here's the thing. I'll create a vlog where I'll make sure that everything is clear and there's sound and everything. But just trust me when I say that the interface is super cool looking, and there's enough customization options where you can make it your own, and you could use your own like color theme and stuff like that. Okay, yeah, sorry, sorry, it didn't work. But I can hear the video once you press play. Wow, that's funny. Oh, okay. So I think the audio switches to the audio of the computer is what happens. But if it's, I don't know, do you guys want to see my intro video? I think it's like less than 2 minutes long. Yeah, it's like not even, it's like, well, okay, you know what? Let me show you a minute of it, okay? So here, ready, set, go. All right, welcome. Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here and congratulations on enrolling in this class. Some of you guys are probably here because you have an interest in digital media. Maybe it's a hobby of yours. You're always taking pictures or videos and you're on social media all the time and you want to take it a step further, but you're not sure how. On the other hand, some of you guys have a goal you want to achieve and you know digital media can help you do that, but you're just not sure how. Either way, that's what this class is for. It's to help you utilize digital media to achieve your goals, and I promise you it's going to be one of the most fun classes you've ever taken. Let me start off by introducing myself. Hi, my name. Bam. So that's just a little, just a preview to show you, what a class or a course would look like. You don't have to do video for sure. Again, you decide what the content is and how you, like what format you choose to deliver that content. Some people, there are plenty of people who just use like PowerPoint presentations. Actually, I think most people just use like a keynote or PowerPoint presentation. But obviously for me, like my favorite medium is video. So I was like, well, I'm going to capitalize on what I love doing. Thank you. So, aw, you guys are awesome. But yeah, I mean, just to show you guys, like it's a really easy platform, and I hope that some of you guys will consider setting it up, because seriously, to me, the setup is pretty minimal for the potential of return and passive income that this platform has, and the success that I've seen with other people that are using the platform. And seriously, like Teachable's numbers continue to grow. Actually, the reason why I decided to do my live stream on Teachable today is because they sent me an email this morning saying that they got a second round of funding for their startup. So they got $4 million today. Well, they made the announcement today that they got $4 million. And so they're going to just continue to work on the platform. And every day, there's just more and more people signing up to teach classes. So this is the perfect time to start teaching a class like now, right? Because eventually it's going to be a thing. Like that's what happens with every digital media platform, is that, the new platforms are, people are like, what is that? I don't know if I want to do that. And then all of a sudden everyone and their mother is on Facebook, literally, right? So, it's not a social media platform, so that's a big difference. But I do believe that, as digital media continues to, integrate us and connect us, that more people are going to be turning to the internet to learn skills and learn hobbies. And honestly, more people are going to be sharing their skills and hobbies through digital media, whether it's an online school, whether it's vlogs on YouTube or blogs or whatever. So is there a subscription fee for teachers? David, they have 3 packages. So there's a basic version, which I think is free. And the biggest downfall for the free package is that the URL it says Teachable in it, right? So, I mean, you guys know a custom URL like HeatherJustCreate.com or Sharesparkmedia.com, that really adds like legitimacy. So with the free thing, it says, it would say something like Sharesparkmedia.teachable.com. I think the next package up, which is the one I have, is $99 a month. So that might seem like a lot, but seriously, like depending on your class and your price point, that should easily pay for itself very quickly. So to me, it's worth it. And like I said, everything's automated. So once you create the school, okay, so you can have a school, right? And within the school, well, I'll tell you my vision, right? So there's Sharespark Media. I want to have 1,000,000 classes. Like that's my ultimate goal, is that if anyone wanted to learn anything digital media related, they would go to Sharespark Media. And we would, I would separate it based on like platform. So here's how you do Facebook. Here's how you do Twitter. And then I would also separate it by, what is it called? Not platform, but, media. So here's video, here's photo, here's blogs, whatever. And then I would also do topics on like social media marketing or, I don't know, whatever, right? I just want like anything digital media to be on there. And the reason for that is because I kind of already started that with the Sharespark Media at YouTube. So if you go to youtube.com/Sharespark Media, you'll see all the tutorials I created all the way up until I discovered Teachable. And then I was like, well, maybe I should stop creating free tutorials and build this like income generating huge tutorial thing. And that way any tutorial I create on the YouTube channel is going to funnel to the school. So I'll do a mini tutorial on like, this is how you create an end card in YouTube. Want to learn more? Check out the Sharespark Media School. Okay, let me see. Teachable collect a percentage of your income. So the way that Teachable makes money is that it's through the subscription, and it's on a month-to-month basis, so you don't have to pay an annual fee. And they always have deals, honestly, so I'll definitely try to make sure to let you guys know when they have a deal. But they, every other month probably, they do a webinar to introduce more people of the public about their platform, and then they offer this like incredible deal where you get it at a discount. You get personal, private, like one-on-one onboarding sessions. So like one of their people is actually gonna webcam with you and help you build your school. And they have a ton of resources to help you be successful on it. Like the marketing plan, they give it to you right there. Like literally, send this email about this on this day, and then post this on this social media platform on this day. And it's a whole like 45-day calendar. And all you have to do, you could literally just take a day, schedule all your stuff out, and then, go on vacation and just like your school will run itself. That's another thing. Another reason why I love Teachable is because, they want you to be successful, because that's how they make money, obviously. Like with every student, they're also making money. So let's see. Heather, is this found at sharesparkmedia.com? I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. Let me give you the link to Teachable. If you guys use this link to check out Teachable, I would so appreciate it, just because it's an affiliate link. So it would help me out, but there's, you're not getting like a discount, you're not getting anything special, and you're paying the same fee if you end up signing up, but it's just an affiliate link that you heard about Teachable through me. So I put that link in the comments. And anyway, if you click that link, that'll take you to Teachable, and it'll, you'll go to their landing page, and it'll show you how you can sign up. And then you could even sign up for just the basic free version, and then check it out. They have a whole section on, courses to teach you guys how to be teachers. So you can check out some of those tutorials, check out some of those like replay webinars and stuff, and see if the platform's for you. But I promise you, when you guys like create an account and you start watching like, sorry, I'm burping. You start watching a lot of these like very successful online school teachers, and they talk about their experience. Like seriously, I couldn't get over Mariah. Okay, her name is Mariah Coz, C-O-Z. She's 25. I think she's 26, and it's just amazing to me that she's making freaking over 6 figures in a month on autopilot. Like, what the heck? So crazy. So yeah, okay. What about the third package? Luis, the third package is for like if you have like heavy volume. like a lot of students. It's called Enterprise. So I think that's like for, I think most people will only need the middle package, which is 99 bucks a month. And yes, it is a lot, Luis. I think you're referring, or no, not Luis, sorry. Who said that? Sonic Go? I think you said that's a lot. I think you're referring to the subscription fee, 99 bucks. So Teachable has a whole tutorial, several in fact, on how you can create your course and create your school, right? And actually the price point that they suggest is oh shoot, what was it? I think it's like between $200 and $500 per course. So if you charge say $200 or even $100, right? You just need one student to enroll, and that it's paid for, and you know that you're going to get at least one. So, like if you do all of their tutorials, and if you follow me and you do what I do, I promise you will get at least one student. And Mariah's free webinar that's on their platform, she guarantees that you get at least 5 figures on your launch. So when you launch your school, you're going to make at least $10,000. It's all very, it all sounds so easy and very tempting, and it almost sounds like, is this too good to be true? No, there's no like, it's for real. It's legit, and I'm going to show you exactly how I do it. So I think I'm going to launch my course. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. But I'll keep you updated either way. And I'll have a whole different playlist on Teachable. And you guys could, just start from the beginning and go from there. So, 6:47. Thank you, Jimmy, for reminding me. So I'm going to end the stream. Kind of sucks. I like hanging out with you guys. And the fact that you guys are all still here just bums me out to end it. But yeah, the reason why I'm doing this, just my last thing, is I want to try to create a sense of urgency to encourage people to tune in on the live stream and to be prompt. I have to tell myself that too, because I'm always late to my own freaking live streams. But I want you guys all here at 5:59 so that when I live stream at 6, definitely I'll be on time next week. You stick to it to the end. And then the other thing is that, when you watch the replay, actually this whole recommendation is from Sid. Okay, so another reason to get a mentor and to tune in next week when he's the guest. But most of the people who watch Heather's Happy Hours tune in to the replay. They watch it like tomorrow. So I don't want, for those of you who watch the replay, I don't want you to have to watch a whole hour and a half thing. So I just want to get to the point, answer your questions, and then, that's it. So let's see. First time I was able to stay for the whole thing. Great stream. Luis, awesome. Very nice happy hour today. Yay. Sorry, just jumped in at the end. We'll check out your next live streams. Awesome. I have somewhere to be at 7 on Wednesday, so loving the new time. Great. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Okay, so I'm going to end it there. Thank you for watching. As always, I will have a very interesting vlog up for tomorrow. It's a little preview. It's going to be an interesting one. Yeah. All right. I'll catch you guys later. Make sure you follow me on Twitter also. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Last thing. On Twitter, I'm going to do a new thing. I just used their live streaming feature for the first time yesterday, I think. And I'm going to be doing a little live stream on an analysis of my vlogs. So I'm going to do a live stream that analyzes the vlog of the previous day, because I want to be able to analyze my own content to figure out how I can make better content. So that might give you guys insight if you're trying to vlog, or even if you're trying to tell a story. So that's it. Okay, seriously now. Bye, guys. How do I sign off?